traditional Christianity, the Christmas season goes to Epiphany. And the Feast of the Epiphany is the feast of when the Magi shows up in Bethlehem. And traditionally there was kind of this difference between, first there was the people who were the people of the time who were Jewish people, the people of Judea, the people who would have maybe known the prophets, would have known what was going on with this birth. There was the time to celebrate that. But this is the thing about this understanding of the Christ showing up in our life event, that it doesn't just happen to those who are in the know, it's for everybody. It goes out for everybody. And people throughout all humanity understand it in the way they can understand it. So these people from the East who had no idea, except for some of the things they'd read when the Jewish people were in captivity in Babylon, they knew, and they came and they traveled, and they're like, what's going on? And so that's the Epiphany. It's a celebration of Christmas for everybody, not just the insiders, for everybody, and whichever way they might understand it. And in Ukraine right now, and we send our blessings to the people in that part of the world constantly. The events of the war. Yesterday was their Christmas, if you will, and the Orthodox tradition, Christmas was yesterday. So Christmas we think of as a day, but it's really it's a season. And so this is the last day of the season. Personally, we're taking our tree down this afternoon, and we'll take these down later too. But we're gonna the celebration we had that the Unity players, if you will, put together for Christmas, we're gonna celebrate in Epiphany, because a part of the story is when the Magi show up as well. So one thing I'd ask is that as we start the service, we're really entering into a time of reflection and prayer. And as tempting as it might be to want to clap, I'm just asked, let's just hold all applause. And if we want at the end of the service, we can all celebrate each other. But I invite us all just to sink into a time of this experience of this beautiful story that's been around for thousands of years and just never gets old, because there's so much to unpack and unwrap in this story. And please enjoy and enter into this prayerful moment of this story of the birth of the Christ into our lives.
Return to the dream, return, this holy Husband, the people are calling you Herod the Great. What do you think of that, my love? You have created quite a reputation for yourself.
Well, Mariamne, my dear wife, consider all I've done. I've redesigned, refurbished, and rebuilt the great Jewish temple, and it's the grandest temple there's ever been, even better than the original temple of Solomon. I have been the greatest leader, builder, and ruler since the remnants of the Jewish population returned from Babylon captivity. I've built the great palace and fortress at Masada, and I've built the city of Caesarea, which has made Judea an important part of the Roman Empire. I'm building Judea into the most wondrous kingdom in the south of the entire Roman Empire.
But husband, it has taken a heavy burden of tax on the people. The people call you the Great, but forgive me for saying this, they do not say it with appreciation or love for you.
Don't worry, Mariamne. These Jews are used to living in extreme poverty. It's not my fault they need to be poor. They just need to accept my great works and be proud of the nation. And by the way, I do allow some to be wealthy. Then they ally with me, hang on to my every word so as not to cross me, and bend to my will. I can manipulate their moves, and then they defend me. I know how to be a king.
I just want you to be careful, husband. There are still many that would do you harm and take you from your throne. Forgive me for being so honest, but many people still speak of a Messiah to free them. So be cautious. Perhaps do not push so hard.
Do you think I push hard? Well, I'm the kind of Messiah this nation needs. I'm the one that imagines Judea as a great kingdom shining on the banks of the Mediterranean Sea, a prosperous land between Egypt and Rome, with rich lands extending far east into the mountains. And there is peace in the land too, a peace based on the power of the sword. Some days, Mariamne, I just get angry. Rome, the Jewish people, all the others living in this land, all these revolutionaries creating havoc throughout my kingdom, I sense that they all have it out for me despite all I've done. Thankfully, Rome allows me to maintain a great army to keep the peace through Palestine, and I will keep the peace no matter how much force I need to use or who needs to die. I am the king, and my people will accept that or feel my wrath. I will secure my place in history as Herod the Great, and anyone who rises against me or even speaks ill of me will not survive the swords of my army.
Not Herod the Great, rather Herod the Jealous, Herod the egomaniac, Herod the paranoid, Herod the destructive, Herod the murderer.
You know, in consciousness, we can allow our own limited self-interest to gain control, or what seems like control of our lives. But in truth, we find that we are living in fear of our inadequacies, of being seen, of being connected. We may simply be living in resistance to love, resistance to community, resistance to vulnerability, graciousness, and wholeness. This Herod mindset exists in each of us when we allow our will and expressions to be guided by the self-interest of our adverse ego, in our belief that the real world is only in materiality and what we can sense and see. Herod thinking occurs when we make a choice to focus only on the external, and then we ignore the internal, the invisible, the eternal side of our nature. When our ego-driven Herod thinking reigns, it often seeks to destroy the essence of any spiritual connection in a person's life. Herod thinking is allowing fear to reign instead of love. However, when the inner spiritual side of awareness comes into fruition in our lives, then the ego and the material world become part of our human blessing. It allows us to play in the consciousness of delight. So which world would each of us like to live in? The materiality and ego-driven world of Herod, or the world where we connect in love, enjoy friendship, embrace a transforming vision, and then move into joy?
Too, how may we do for to preserve this day, this poor youngling for whom we do sing? Bye bye, Luli Lule, Luli Lula, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, Luli Lule. Herod the king in his raging charged he hath this day his man of might in his own sight, all young children to slay. Luli Lula, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, Luli Lule. That woe is me, poor child, for thee, and evermore night and day, for thy parting neither sang nor sing. Bye bye, Luli Lule, Luli Lula, thou little tiny child. Bye bye, Luli Lule.
Zachariah, my husband, thank you for your service to the temple and to our people. Remember, husband, that this is a time, not a time to get too lost in your prayer. We need you to come home right after your prayer time and help me to prepare for our time in the hill country. I'll start packing for our trip right away, and I will see you tonight. Shalom, old man. Enjoy your time of prayer, incense, and meditation in the temple, but you must hurry.
Old man, hurry up. Lord, I forget that marriage is bliss. Yes, I am Zachariah, husband to Elizabeth. Shalom, Elizabeth. You know I will come home as soon as I am able, but first it is my great honor to act as priest for the people to light incense and pray. You know, just the sight of this temple, this holy place, takes my breath away. I try to come to this sacred place for my daily meditation. I love this hour of incense burning. I'm alone now in the beautiful inner chamber of the great temple of Jerusalem. Alone in this inner sanctuary of my Jehovah. I may never cease to be so immensely grateful that I am allowed here into this inner sanctum. I am in the inner place of my own being. I have sunk into my own heart. Truly, this is my favorite place. My wish is that every person here, you, join me in meditation this morning. Will you do that for me? Take a moment and become comfortable in your chairs, please. Rest your feet on the sacred earth. Let your shoulders relax. Become aware of your breathing. Close your eyes if you wish. Together, we breathe in and we breathe out. Like the tide of the ocean coming in and the tide going out. Shall we breathe in now and exhale? Let's try that again. Let's breathe in and we breathe out. One more time. We breathe in and we breathe out. Please continue on your own. Imagine that the temple of Jerusalem is the temple of your hearts. And you are here with me. Put your hands gently on your laps and continue the breath. Stay with that. I love to sit here, to rest here in this holy silence. I claim divine abundance. I know that God once blessed our people with manna in the desert, enough to feed us in all circumstances on the journey of our lives. And still today, I know divine abundance, the fullness of possibilities, and expansion of our good. It is all around us. Stay with your breath. What we are waiting for is here. The time is now. If I can simply open my hands, stretch out my arms, and know the divine presence that is all around me. I close my eyes, and as I breathe, take in the scent of the people's incense. Can you smell the incense? This will be my chant. Allow my prayer to be your prayer. With each in-breath say, our blessings are abundant. With each out-breath I say, we live in divine harmony. Repeat this silently to yourself as we sink into a time of meditation, resting in the center of our being. Our blessings are abundant. I live in divine harmony. Again, our blessings are abundant. I live in divine harmony. One more time. Our blessings are abundant. I live in divine harmony. Relax. Return to your breath. Open your eyes.
Zachariah,
Zachariah.
Zachariah.
Who is there? I heard my name. Our blessings are abundant. I live in divine harmony.
Your prayer is heard.
Your prayer is accepted.
Your prayer is made manifest.
Who are you? What do you need from me? What do you have for me to do? Please, our blessings are abundant. I live in divine harmony.
I am Gabriel, messenger of the divine. Do not be afraid.
Your wife Elizabeth will bear a son. You will name him John, and your family will be blessed with great joy and gladness.
John is to be great, preparing human hearts to wake up and know that you are each the radiant light of the world.
Please, my wife is an elder, and I too am old. She cannot have a baby.
I am Gabriel. I stand as the presence of God.
I bring you great news, but you do not yet understand or believe it.
Now, you shall not speak. Instead, listen and pray. Go into the silence and discover the truth of my words.
In consciousness, we know the name Zachariah indicates spiritual consciousness is awakened. And when human beings realize the nature of their own I am spiritual consciousness, they feel a new connection to divine life. Abundant life emerges in ways that could not have possibly previously imagined. And at times, we may be so overcome with the I am awareness of our own being, with the new insights and understandings, with newfound layers of wisdom and intuition, that we need time to contemplate what is happening within our awakening consciousness. At these times, it is wise to take the time needed to incubate these new insights and let them grow in our minds to maturity before speaking. The inner light of understanding grows until it is ready to be shared fully. And meanwhile, new levels of awakened consciousness led to new ideas and new life activity being birthed. And indeed, Elizabeth, Zachariah's wife Elizabeth, is pregnant. And now we sit in the silence for a few more moments, attuned to the wakened voice of our own inner consciousness and inner realization, to what is unfolding in our own life, with the music and in the silence.
Well, Mary, it was another beautiful day in Galilee. We are almost finished with building some homes for our friends in town. We are adding some nice touches, and they will be sturdy and warm homes. Great places to raise a family. I will show them to you the next time we go to town.
Joseph, thank you for all you do for Nazareth. I'm certain that what you're building is just wonderful. You've such a great vision and imagination for building with beauty.
Yes, well, I am surrounded by beauty, so I am just used to it.
Aw.
I'm going out back to wash up. Then dinner. I brought home some cooked lentils.
Okay, fresh bread and fish are on the menu as well.
Good, Mary.
You are abundant with God's gifts.
You are radiant inside and out.
God is with you, doing marvelous things through you and bringing light from within you.
Joseph, did you say something? Joseph?
Mary, you have nothing to fear.
I am Gabriel, messenger of the divine. You will become pregnant and give birth to a son and give him the name Jesus.
He will be truly great and be called the child of the highest.
He will inherit the throne of a reign of good tidings for all the people. It is a rule that lifts all, one of inner transformation, and one that will transform the world and extend forever.
But how? I am not pregnant.
The Holy Spirit calls the Christ forward from within you.
So, this child will live as a child of God, as the presence of the divine. And Mary, did you know? Your kinswoman, Elizabeth, even in her elder years, is 6 months pregnant. Nothing is impossible when divine life, wisdom, love, and power is called forth.
Joseph.
Mary, what happened with you? Your face is totally lit up. It's like you're radiating light.
Let's pack. We knew we needed to head to your family's home in Bethlehem for the census, so let's go right now. And I need to go over to attend to my cousin Elizabeth, who is 6 months pregnant.
Mary, wait. How do you know that Elizabeth is pregnant? She is too old to have a baby.
We need to go now. I'll explain on the journey. This might take a while to explain. I'm going to need your skill with building big and beautiful dreams.
I have much to explain to you as well. I know something more about you and about us. We are going to have a baby.
I know. How did you know too? Let's go, and we need to talk.
And so Joseph and Mary joined a caravan, and they traveled more than 100 miles north to the hill country near Jerusalem, where Zacharias and Elizabeth lived, and that was more than 35 miles from Joseph's hometown of Bethlehem. And upon arrival, Mary ran into Elizabeth's home to greet her cousin.
Cousin, I'm filled to the brim with this good news. I can hardly contain myself. I am pregnant. Look what God has done through me and for me, and what the divine is birthing in me.
Mary, I'm so happy to see you. You're radiant.
I feel it. I'm just a simple woman, a servant really. Our God smiles on me, even as lowly in stature as I am. And now, people will forever recall what is happening in this now place, in this now time, and know that I, Mary, was invited to be a part of it. It's just too amazing. This is all just crazy.
Cousin, the moment you walked in the door, the baby in my womb started kicking. Can you believe this is all happening? Angel visions, right? I can see you have had visions too. It seems God is as near to us as our next breath, and we are both pregnant. And now you have come to be with me. Wow, this is just too good. I don't even know what to do with all of this or how to hold it. It's so amazing. It's happening to us regular women.
I know. It's like wave after wave after wave of love and compassion flowing into my life. And it feels like this goodness will just keep coming forever. Although I still feel sad with how King Herod and his powerful allies are acting so harshly with our people. But God has shown us this wonderful thing. Despite the appearance of Herod's arrogance and his soldiers' earthly power, we are one with and can rest in the strength of God. The proud and arrogant now seem so scattered to me.
Yes, the divine has shown where true wealth and power lie. It's in the hearts of those of us listening for a divine breath. And for you and me, Mary, the true wholeness is shown by the fact we bear children in our wombs.
Now it's so obvious. The tyrants all get pulled down from their thrones. I mean, eventually they all do. The tyrants never last. They come and go. And then, finally, those who struggle can catch a break, and we're lifted up. And all those who hold tyrant thoughts in their hearts will get rattled, so that we can cleanse our minds and hearts with new thoughts of mercy and compassion and kindness. Elizabeth, I can see how the God of love fills the hungry with good things, whether we're hungry for food or for life and love and family and friendship and community. We've been waiting and listening for the good news that's promised to us, and now here it is. I can feel the world is changing. Something new and profound is breaking in. Can you feel it?
Oh, yes, and I say yes to all that is unfolding for us. And I bless you, Cousin Mary, and I so bless this baby of your womb. I can hardly wait to meet your child, and my child shall speak the truth and support his cousin in this journey. We are so fortunate to be part of what is coming, indeed, for what is already here.
These cousins will do great things together.
And so the months passed. Mary attended to Elizabeth and was in turn mentored by her elder cousin. They experienced a deep bond of friendship in preparing for their deliveries and the births of their children and families. They reveled in the sharing of the soul journey of becoming mothers. And when her time came, Elizabeth gave birth to a son, and she and Zachariah named him John. And then Mary went to Bethlehem to be with Joseph's family until her time for delivering her child came.
Please stand and join us singing two verses of O Little Town of Bethlehem.
Welcome to my palace, Magi from the East. I'm so happy to receive you learned scholars and philosophers as envoys from our neighboring countries. Welcome, welcome. What news do you bring to my court?
Blessings be upon you, great Herod. Thank you for meeting with us. We have come from various countries to the east to pay homage to the newborn ruler of Israel. We have seen a star in the east that tells us of this coming divine rule. We came to you to discover where we might find your here.
Indeed, I'm very excited to hear this news. I too have been searching for this new leader, but my family is large and extended, and I've not yet identified where this child is to be born. Thank you for letting me know. How did you, who I can see are wise and learned philosophers, know of this star and this sign?
When the Judean people were in captivity in Persia following the Babylonian exile, many wise Judeans shared their traditions with us. We noted their love for and faith in their community and their God.
We trusted in the wisdom that they taught us, and it led us to follow the star. We simply knew that we must follow and come to this now place and this now time, into a situation where we can follow the divine calling in our hearts.
So we assume this new ruler must be one of your descendants, King Herod. We assumed this new child would be a son or daughter, or nephew or niece of yours.
Well, of course, the newborn ruler you speak of must truly be part of my great extended family. I'm excited to meet this coming ruler of Judea so that I might nurture them and teach them the way of my kingship. Please, when you find this new leader of the Jewish people, let me know where they are so I can pay homage too.
Yes, great Herod, we will let you know.
Commander, I need to know where this upstart child is living so that I may destroy this threat to my power. Prepare a detachment of soldiers to follow those fools. Be ready to go into the local towns and capture or destroy this child that these fools from the east will point out to us. Be ready to move quickly. I do not want the child and its family to escape.
My king, if these Easterners do not identify and specific child or family to us, what shall we do?
Don't take any chances. If they cannot identify any one child but can identify a place where the supposed newborn ruler is living, then kill all the children 2 years old and younger. Destroy this threat, Commander. We have won battles against thousands of Nabatean and Parthian cavalry and infantry over the years. Do not let the birth of a Jewish child in a small town defeat us.
We will do as you say. Trust us, sire. After our work, there will be no threat left to your rule.
Divine wisdom aligns to good judgment. Divine wisdom aligns to right decision making. The Magi, the wise ones, are then not fooled by the veiled threats from Herod. They realize the need to deepen their own awareness of the path laid before them. They decide to slow down and quiet their own minds, to nurture silence more, to listen a bit more, and to speak a bit less. They recognize that awakened understanding takes time. The wise ones, the Magi, then continue their search for the source of the light that was awakened within them. They continue to follow their guiding star, but now they're more cautious as they know the soldiers of Herod are following them. They treat their search for this Christ as a sacred calling and no more just a curiosity. And in due time, the Magi are rewarded, and they find what they seek. In the dark of the night, in a small town in Judea, on a beautiful planet Earth, in the most normal and yet extraordinary manner, Mary gave birth to her firstborn child, Jesus, one destined to be great way-shower of the light of God, the Christ, the one presence of the undivided, unmanifest, pure spirit of light and life and love. And so we now light this Christ candle as a symbol of the presence of the Christ light that is within all of us.
Look, there it is. It's such a simple house, not a palace at all. Could what we are seeking be found in such a common dwelling? Well then, friends, let's knock on the door. We shall see who opens. We shall see if what we are seeking is for us to be found within.
Why? It's only a young couple, commoners, a young mother with a child. They're surely not rich, nor powerful, nor royal.
With this family, the blessing is within them. The simplicity of this outer house does not indicate the profound nature of the one that dwells within. I do not understand this, but it seems to me that this child's status is to be a ruler of common people, or perhaps of all people, from the most prominent to the humblest outcast. This child is certainly not the heir of Herod. Perhaps the child is one that moves in the realm of what is available to all of us: wisdom, inspiration, harmony, and love. Have we not felt that the entire time we followed the star?
No wonder Herod did not know anything about the arrival of a new ruler. This child is not intended to be a king like Herod at all.
This whole event is happening right out in the open. Anybody and everybody can experience what is happening, but Herod cannot even see it.
Shalom, friends. My name is Joseph. Who are you? Are you looking for us?
Yes, we have followed the star of the one promised to us all, and it stands over this very place. We have been guided to your doorstep. We are looking for the one that is promised as a light for all people. We believe we have found that.
I am sorry. I do not understand any of this. We have been living with so much that is new and that seems both unsettling and amazing. And now you people from a distant land have shown up. I do not even know who you are, but I know you as people of good intention. This is my wife, Mary, and this child is our newborn son, Jesus. He is only weeks old.
Please come in. We'll prepare some food and find a place where you can rest.
Thank you for your kindness. However, before we impose upon your lives too greatly, please know that we have brought gifts for you and your child. Please allow us to share. I have brought frankincense. With this gift, I celebrate that we might see beyond what seems real only according to our physical eyes, and that we can also open our inner eyes with faith and see the spiritual truths that abound. My heart is full, and I commit my support to this child and your family. May my gift be a blessing of faith in all that is being born to us.
I have brought myrrh. It is an ointment of love. As I give this, I celebrate this new consciousness of abiding love that has been birthed for us. Indeed, I feel it is birthed in us too. We celebrate this renewed life and spirit with this gift. I celebrate that which is eternal and that which I know I can participate. My heart is full, and I commit my support to this child and your family. May my gift be a blessing of the love that is being born to us.
I have brought gold. With this gift, I celebrate the consciousness of the ever-present richness of spirit and abundance. With this gift, we enhance our minds with prospering, wise, and expansive thoughts for our good and the well-being of the community, and indeed for the entire world. My heart is full, and I commit my support to this child and to your family. May my gift be a blessing of abundance that is being born to us.
Your gifts are overwhelming us. Your generosity is so unexpected. I don't know what to say. Thank you. Thank you. Now, please have a seat at our table and share a meal with us.
Indeed, you are welcome. Sadly, however, we have led to understand that Herod has lied to us. Forgive us for our naivete. We have been misled. In our joy at seeing the promise of your star, we felt so certain that others would share our joy. Now we see that Herod seems focused only on his own power and control, and that he means to do the baby and all of you harm.
Herod would not understand the love and graciousness of your family, so he would try to destroy you. He cannot provide the vision for a prosperous and fulfilling future for all people. He only knows how to hoard power for himself. He does not understand the royalty of love.
And the difficult news is that we saw Herod's guard in the countryside last night. We tried to avoid them, but they may be following us. We will leave for the east tonight. We return by a different route so that Herod's rage does not have a target for his jealousy and fear. Please use these gifts we have brought for you to take care of yourselves and your child. We are so sorry we may have brought some trouble to your door. You too may do well to leave soon and escape the soldiers.
And so we pause now so that each of us here in the room, trusting in the insights and divine wisdom that is inherent to our nature, may in turn share our own gifts. And so the ushers now come forward, and they pass the offering bags in the aisles. As did the Magi from the east, please share from a consciousness of faith, love, and abundance, and all that is of our spiritual birthright. We affirm that all your gifts go forward to support the renewed awakening of the Christ in this community, in the greater Bellingham area, and for peace in our world. And although the Magi could not have said this, I can. You can also text to give by texting to 360-519-5195. That's 360-519-5195.
Piercing through the shadows, covering the
Mary, this discussion of these Magi from the east has me concerned. If King Herod is looking for us, we are certainly in grave danger. This is all happening so fast.
Yes, let's pray and affirm that divine wisdom, understanding, and strength are the very nature of God.
And thus, divine wisdom, understanding, and strength are fully available to us as expressions of our God. We will know the next best and right thing for us, for our child Jesus, and for our family.
Joseph, I am Gabriel.
Mary, I am Gabriel.
Jesus, I am Gabriel.
Go down now to Egypt, where bodily safety and health lie.
Take the child to Egypt, that he may grow to fullness in his material life.
That from the fullness of his physical life he can support the great spiritual I am consciousness revealed in and through him, and what is revealed in and through us all.
I feel we need to leave this home, Joseph, and go, like right now.
Yes, to Egypt. I have family there, and I know I can get work there as well. We can raise our son and any other children outside of the realm and reaches of Herod. Let's go before the first light tomorrow.
What is this all about, Joseph? What is happening to us? This is all happening so fast, and well, it's such a challenge. It's wonderful, but still, it's so much. But why us? You and I were just regular people, being a family and raising a child. How have we found ourselves suddenly involved in this adventure?
And as new levels of awakened awareness and consciousness come online for any one of us, it may seem that miracles abound. The events we might call coincidences and synchronicity and luck, they just seem to multiply. We find ourselves knowing what to do with conviction, and then our doubts dissipate. And then the people we need to meet and befriend us just seem to show up. And resources that we need to live our life to the fullness of our purpose, well, they become available to us in ways that we could never have imagined previously. This all happens as we move into the fullness of the one that expresses as the many. And for Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, one last wonderful event was taking place to support them on their journey.
Bah, bah. Guys, are you seeing this? It's like the moonlight has brightened. I can barely see. After years of living in these fields, I've never seen such brightness in the sky. What's going on?
I've been a shepherd all my life, too. I've never seen a night like this. Are we dying?
I am Gabriel. Do not fear. I have good news for you.
This is good news for everybody, for all the people, indeed for all the living world.
This is a sign. A newborn baby is born in Bethlehem, wrapped in a blanket, loved by his parents, lying in a simple bed, just like your babies are.
This baby is destined to be a transformational presence, issuing in a way of being and living for all the people.
God is so good to all. Divine love is everywhere.
Peace. Shalama. Shalom. Salam. Peace, peace to you shepherds, and peace upon all people, all your animals, all creatures, all the earth.
A newborn leader is come for all people, born in Bethlehem. Hurry and see.
Let's go. Hurry. We need to see what's happening in Bethlehem.
Tonight, we shepherds can watch over this new event and see how we might be protectors for this family and tell the good news. Ha! It seems I'm always the last to know things, but tonight, I'm the first. This is great.
What do you make of this? We've suffered for so long under so many cruel rulers. Could it be that God's rule shows up for us with this little baby?
Well, I was expecting a warrior king like King David. This is so surprising. We need to tell the people. Perhaps somebody can explain all this to us. Let's hurry.
And after some hours passed, the shepherds arrived in Bethlehem before dawn.
Greeting, friends. But why have shepherds come to our door in the early morning hours?
We both heard the messenger of Jehovah leading us to your home. We knew we had to come and meet a new ruler of the people. Is this the right place?
You are indeed a godsend. Yes, you have come to the right place and just in time. The soldiers of Herod are searching for us in this very town. They seek to kill us and our child Jesus. We need to escape. Can you show us a way through the south, through the hills?
Of course. We've lived in these hills all of our lives with our sheep, and we know every trail. Come, we will help you find a way out. We can support you on the way, too. Our hearts have been so full since we heard the angels sing and the sky filled with starlight.
Shepherd friends, we need protectors such as yourselves to see us through on our journey of growth. You'll never be forgotten for this great service you're providing us. But there's one thing you could do that would really help me right now.
Anything, Mary, just name it.
Please hold baby Jesus so I can have 2 hands free to pack.
This night is just so amazing. First, wise people from the east, then the shepherds from the hills, and animals come to us, inspired by the spirit of life. Who will show up next? Really? Who will wake up, grow up, clean up, and show up for this awesome, mysterious, crazy, wonderful, joyous journey?
Indeed, how do each of us wake up to consciousness that is calling to be revealed and show up and express the divine presence in the most normal and simple of life's unfolding? Each of us can find God in the faces of so many people with courageous and open hearts. And moreover, the animals, the hills, and the stars reflect something of the fullness of that one divine presence. And in it all, we know the divine assistance we need for our journey is available in so many various forms. It is simply amazing.
Okay, Mary, the stars are shining and the sunrise is not too far off. Time to go. Grab the baby. Lead on, shepherds.
I have our baby boy. Good day, Bethlehem. Good day, Bellingham. We'll be back when the time is right. Meanwhile, remember everybody, be brave and listen to your inner wisdom and guidance. The assistance you need is available to you. Act and do what's yours to do, and don't wait. The light is upon us, and it's time to go in joy.
And so Jesus was born a human. He grew up, he had friends, he played, he learned, he deepened. And all along when he showed up, he said, guess what? I'm the light of the world. And then he said, and you're the light of the world as well. And whatever you do not put that light under a bushel basket. Let it shine. Let it shine. I am the light, and you are the light, and you are in me, and I am in you, and we all rest in this one divine presence, shining our light. It is our calling. It is our joy to do so. And so now we want to celebrate this event, this light coming into the world, by lighting our own candles. Everybody should have one. And I want to demonstrate something very quickly. We're going to pass the light around as we sing Silent Night. But what you want to do is the person who has the candle that is not lit wants to turn it sideways to the person who has a candle that is lit. Otherwise, you're turning a flaming, hot, waxy candle into the other person. So does that make sense? So Greg and I will demonstrate, and we'll pass this light around as we sing Silent Night.
Please join us singing Silent Night.
Silent night, holy night.
And take a look around the room. This is the light of the Christ arising. This is us allowing that light that we are to shine out, not hidden. To be a presence of the divine, of kindness and compassion. To be a presence of love and forgiveness and transformation that the world so desperately needs and wants and is asking for. And we can be that. We can be the ones. And we are called to stand forward as the light of the world. And so it is. And so it is. And have a seat.
Or stay standing. We'll be singing, closing our service with Carol Sing, and it's in your lyric sheets or your programs.
No. You know, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So much gratitude for so many people. But I just want to mention Marcia, who was here how many days together. And all the choir and all the readers and our Foley with the sound effects and people back in the booth. And Erin for the lights and the people, all the folks who put together food, and a lot of people put a lot of hours in. So thank you all of you all very much for
And
this.
for the writer of the
For all of you being here, and happy Epiphany, happy New Year, Merry Christmas, and let's eat.